But right now we are ready for some live music in our studio. We want to welcome back Joseph Arthur. Thank you, sir, for coming back.
Thanks for having us.
And us, yes. You have your percussionist with you here, if you'd introduce him.
His name is Bill Dobrow. He's a legend. He's hella famous.
Well, Bill, thanks for being here.
Kidding.
Joseph Arthur
He
performed last night.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
He
And
plays with lots of singer-songwriters in New York City, and Sean Lennon and Martha Wainwright and Jesse Harris and those a lot of people. Anyway, sorry.
That's cool. Then he gets out to see the rest of the country.
Yeah.
With folks like you.
Yeah, exactly.
Joseph Arthur performed last night, and he's stopping by here and then heading to California, San Francisco, Los Angeles.
That's right.
And ready to perform some music here for us. If you're ready, you can go right ahead.
Yeah, this one's called The Currency of Love. I have no real currency, but the currency of love. I have no one to trust, but the Lord up above. I have no one that fits like a hand in a glove. I have no real currency, but the currency of love. Sideways and broken, confused upside down. With you in my circus, I go from strong man to clown. I have no real weapon, but a fist or a shove. I have no real currency, but the currency of love. How hollow are you? How unaware? Your laws have been broken. Now no one is there. But in a moment of worship, you become a dove with nothing to offer but the currency of love. Alive at the station, dead on the train. Both of us ravaged in the winds of your pain. How hollow are you? How unaware? Your laws have been broken. Now no one is there. Lost one more struggle, broke every rule to become a monster in the coat of a fool. Trying to find diamonds in a world of might. What else could we want for but the currency of love? The currency of love. 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 I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money. I ain't got no. The currency of love. The currency of love. Currency of love. The currency of love. Currency of love. The currency of love. Currency of love.
Joseph Arthur live here at KEXP. Played last night in Seattle. Tomorrow night, if you're in San Francisco, Wednesday, going to be at the Chapel and the Troubadour
Yeah.
in Los Angeles. The Troubadour.
Uh-huh.
Have you played there before?
Many times.
The world famous.
The world famous. In fact, I played there recently, and one of the guys that works the door there, when I left, he said, this is your house. And it was like a moment of graduation for me. I put that in my pocket. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and accept that honor. Sometimes you got to like take the honors the world just gives you in the day to day. That was one of them, because that's a legendary place, and for some reason certain places always give you magical shows, and that's one of them. There's like something about, I don't know if it's like the longitude and latitude of a place or just the history of it, but...
And it's great that the history can continue on. So many places have had to close up for various reasons, but it's still there and still has fantastic shows.
It's amazing. Yeah, I'm always happy to go there.
Wonderful. You ready for another song?
Sure. This one's called Saint of Impossible Causes. I need the saint of impossible causes, the saint of no return. I need the saint of scented candles that never really burn. I need the saint of laughter. I need the saint of tears. I need the saint detective who can find my stolen years. I need the saint of needing. I need the saint of loss, the one who gave up wanting his heart to trash to toss. I need the saint of longing. I need the saint of will. I need the saint of killers, too afraid to kill. I need the saint of music, need the saint of love. Oh, only they can save me, reaching out for you. I need the saint of weapons that never hurt no one, but struggle towards perfection to obliterate the sun. I need the saint of drinking wine and ice cold beer. Is there any saint of thinking beyond the reach of fear? The saint of our desire is sitting here with me. He says you ain't no Buddha, there ain't no mystic tree. We can sit forever and never understand the mind of this creator moving mountains in our hand. I know what you're thinking, right? I need the saint of music, need the saint of love. Only they can save me, reaching out for you. I need the saint of music, need the saint of love. Only they can save me, reaching out for you. I need the saint of healing, I need the saint of health. I shot the saint of money, beat up the saint of wealth, the saint of twisted memory, the saint that sets us free. I saw them run together, they look like you and me. Saint of falling skies and the saint of heavy rain, the saint of board encounters was making fun of all my pain. You are a tiny man, he said, language dumb and low, a hitcher in the whirlwind, just like the saint of snow. I need the saint of music, need the saint of love. Only they can save me, reaching out for you. I need the saint of music, need the saint of love. Only they can save me, reaching out for you. Only they
Thank you very much. Live music here at KEXP from Joseph Arthur, who performed in town last night. The brand new album, The Ballad of Boogie Christ, just released last week on your Lonely Astronaut label.
Yep.
And just came out a week ago. You've been releasing quite a few on your own label over the years,
Yeah.
and I believe this was the first time you went the Pledge Music route?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, we talked about doing it and sort of actually contacted them a few times, and they were like, yeah, we'd love for you to do it. And we sort of got it queued up to do a few times, and then just at the last minute, I just felt weird about it, and I was like, I don't want to do that. And then, but this time, I don't know, I think I started paying attention to other people doing it a little more and realized it was a way to actually kind of let people in on the fact that you're putting a record out. I mean, in this day and age, there's just so much information coming at you all the time that not only is it a way to sort of garner funds that kind of sort of can support you making this sort of stuff, it also allows the fan base in on it and sort of galvanizes everybody. And the other thing is it becomes like almost a creative fire sale. It's not really sort of so much donations as sort of selling beforehand what you're making. And through Pledge, we ended up, because you start getting creative with it, and we ended up launching a poetry book, a live DVD, a live album, and quite a few little projects spun off of it.
So definitely it's expanded more than you thought when you first were kind of mulling it over.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely expanded tremendously. I mean, it's something, and it also, I just feel like it sort of just, like I said, it just kind of like brought people into it. It's like, because it's the social media, I've been working with that and doing, and trying to be a person of the future world. But yeah, something like this, it's interesting. It kind of was very enlightening in that it makes people come in more. I don't know. If you ask for help, they give it to you. It's funny.
Yeah, I mean, there's different ways now with social media that people are making that connection to people they want to stay apart with.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about Boogie Christ.
Uh-huh.
This is a little project that's been kind of going on for a little bit.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Well, Boogie Christ actually kind of spun projects off of itself, too, because it's been a record I've had around for a while, and I just sort of felt intimidated by the title, I think, and the concept, and wanted to kind of make it into some sort of theatrical presentation. I had big ideas for it, and so during the course of making it, I ended up making an album called The Graduation Ceremony, and I ended up making an album called Redemption City, that were all made sort of in the process of trying to make Boogie Christ, really, that just they spun off of that out of like frustration with the process or whatnot, and I ended up going down those roads and just sort of leaving this one to like linger and sort of manifest itself. And so I think there's something to that, just letting something like really sort of sit and sort of accumulate. I mean, sometimes it's good to do stuff and then get it out there, but sometimes the opposite is good as well. I don't know. There's no hard and fast rule to any of this, I don't think.
Yeah, if it gives you ideas to go in the other direction, like the other two records you talked about, you can always kind of revisit it. And
come back. And I mean, those two songs we just played were like I wrote those very recently. Those are last minute inclusions into the record, and I feel like they're really important to the record. So, yeah.
I understand this is only the first act of Boogie Christ.
That's right. Yeah, there's a second act that's done, and actually, the other thing that happened through this process is Real World Records, which is Peter Gabriel's record label in England. They started re-releasing my early records, some EPs and whatnot, and so we just started talking again and talking about, let's do this, or hey, do you have this live version of this, stuff like that. You just start engaging with the record company again, and suddenly you're kind of working together again. And so when Boogie Christ was coming out, I was like, hey, would you guys want to put this out in the UK? And then Peter wrote me a nice email, and they were like, yeah, we'd love to. But turns out they can't put it out until September. So they were like, do you have any extra material so we could kind of sort of, what's the word? cultivate people to want to buy it. I can't, the words escaping me, not manipulate, but so what's a nice version of
entice?
Entice is the, thank you, Mr. Bildo Brow. Entice people to buy the material. And I was like, a matter of fact, I do. We got Act 2. So, yeah.
Is this going to be sort of a Father, Son, Holy Ghost?
Yeah, that's the idea. I mastered 35 songs for Boogie Christ, and it was I was gonna make it my like Sandinista triple rock record masterpiece, like just like whatever, man. I don't care if people don't have attention spans. This is what it is, and bam, you know, and boom,
Boom.
no, but. You know, then I got it down to 2 records, and I was like, it's definitely a double record. I made it 2 concise records. I'm like, for sure. And then I went and one of the things I do in New York is ride my bike all the time. It's like what lets me stay in New York City. So right before it was time to like finalize everything about the record, I went on a long bike ride and I listened to both acts, and it worked for me, but I was kind of exhausted at the end of it. I felt kind of spent. And I thought, okay, but it works, and it's great, and this is it. And then I went on a bike ride the next day, and I tried to listen to it again. And I got through Act 1 and the first song of Act 2, which was All the Old Heroes. And I didn't want to listen to it anymore. I was like, I'm done. And that was 12 songs in, and I was like, that's it. It's going to be this process happens so much where you think you're going to make a double album, and it ends up being a single album. And, you know, I just think, yeah, I'm happy with how it came out. But I'm also happy this Act 2 will see the light of day relatively soon.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
Now, in your recent visits here to Seattle with Fistful of Mercy, RNDM,
yeah,
people were asking you, there's things still going on with those folks.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Jeff was out at the show last night, and, well, I mean, he's getting ready. I don't know if this is like a bomb I'm dropping, but they're getting ready to put out a new Pearl Jam record. I think everybody knows that, but you heard it here first. I dropped the bomb. No, but so that's gonna happen. That's gonna be take him out of commission for a little while. We're talking about let's get together in like a year and do some stuff. And then Fistful of Mercy, we went in the studio and recorded a new song with Jim Keltner and Gillian Welch on bass, and it came out great. So hopefully that will happen relatively soon too. But there's no immediate plans.
Lots of music happening.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to ask you about one more thing. I know the last time you were here, you spoke about the artwork with your guitars, but the artwork that you did for the new album,
right? Was
that artwork that you did specifically for the record, or just material you were kind of working on as it went along?
Well, I got this gallery space in this gallery called Able Fine Art Gallery in Chelsea in New York City. Started putting out art shows for me, or I started putting up art shows in there, and I had an art show while I was finalizing Boogie Christ, and so I made all those paintings in the same sort of month as I was going on those bike rides and trying to figure out what this was going to be. So it was all sort of spinning off of each other, so it just felt like that should be the artwork.
All right.
Yeah.
You ready for some more music?
Sure, yeah. Let's do the title song called The Ballad of Boogie Christ. It's actually more of a waltz, I think. I don't know. Christ would wear cowboy boots, Christ would have sex, Christ would eat pizza and cut blackjack decks, Christ would be sober, Christ would be fun, Christ would get over on those trying to run, Christ would love hip-hop, metal and soul, Christ would bring chaos, the breath of control, Christ would be rocking, Christ would be free. He'd say there's no difference between you and me. This is the ballad of Boogie Christ. Toss my salad and throw it in rice. Christ baked potato, Christ chewing gum, Christ without pathos, sing yum yum. Christ in the middle, like the monkey with balls. Christ picking up when euphoria calls. Hello dear Father, hello there my son. How have you been? Well, I gotta run. Okay, I love you. See you real soon. Maybe September, maybe next June. This is the ballad of Boogie Christ. Toss my salad and throw it in rice. This is the ballad of Boogie Christ. Toss my salad and throw it in rice. Christ would be careful, Christ would be brave, but Christ, he would never be anyone's slave. Christ is here now, Christ is beyond. Christ would watch rocking on Golden Pond. Christ would relax, but Christ would get mad. And Christ would help answer if judgment is bad. Well, no, and then yes. Well, yes, and then no. And nothing is easy, but it's simple to grow. Just walk away from fear and deceit. Never surrender, but never compete. Cheer for your brother, your rival, your friend, and help their survival to beat you again. This is the ballad of Boogie Christ. Toss my salad and throw it in rice. This is the ballad of Boogie Christ. Toss my salad and throw it in rice. We got to get creative with the endings because he's got no crash cymbal.
That was creative. I like that. Yeah. You've got one more?
Yeah, this one's called I Used to Know How to Walk on Water. Forgive me now, my useless thunder, when I was such a dynamo. For I am here and I am humble, for I know not which way to go. I used to know how to walk on water. I used to be so unafraid. I could save the weakest tyrant, and I could knight the proudest slave. I could give riches to beggars and give love to the one who hates. I could tempt a horse of frozen, and I could torture the strength of fate. I used to know how to walk on water. A king of kings, they knew me well. I could give sight to blind men, make a mute man sing in hell. But now I sit with awe and wonder. Doubt has now befallen me. I ask the Lord to show me mercy and to give me sympathy. Forgive me now, my useless thunder. I was such a dynamo. For I am here and I am humble, for I know not which way to go. I used to know how to walk on water. I could give a dead heart life. I could murder the joy of Satan, make his mistress be my wife. I would be a dream of cowards, but they would never resemble me. I could watch them dive me under as I set each one free. But now I just sit and wonder what illness has befallen me. A sicker mind makes me surrender to this world of vacancy. Forgive me now, my useless thunder. I was such a dynamo. For I am here and I am humble. For I know not which way to go. I sink in the dirt. No kind sun or holy laughter seems to reach beyond the hurt. I used to know how to walk on water. I used to be at peace with love. And all its strength and all its power would lift me up so high above. A burning star, a holy wonder. Women would rush to be with me. Now I'm lost inside the thunder of pain which holds insanity. Forgive me now, my useless thunder. I was such a dynamo. I am here and I am humble. I know not which way to go. Forgive me now. Which way to go? Forgive me now, my useless thunder. For I know not which way to go. Forgive me now, my useless thunder. For I know not which way to go. Forgive me now. Thunder, I know not which way to go. Forgive me now, my useless thunder, for I know not which way to go.
Thank you so much. You're listening to live music here at KEXP from Joseph Arthur. The Ballad of Boogie Christ is the brand new one just released a week ago.
Thanks, Stevie. On
Joseph's Lonely Astronaut label. And again, if you're in the San Francisco area, tomorrow night, Wednesday night at the Chapel.
Come out.
Thursday, the Troubadour. I hope that doorman is still there.
Yeah, man. He said it was my house.
All right.
I took that.
He's taking care of it for you.
Maybe he says that to all the guys. I don't know, you know.
You'll have to ask some of your other musical friends, and that's up. Bill, thanks for being here for the percussion. And a thank you to our engineer, Kevin. It's 90.3 KEXP, Seattle.
Thanks, y'all. One more time. Sorry. That was good, though. Okay. Sorry. We're not going live, right? Oh, we are? Okay.
We are?
No, we're not.
Hi, Mom.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. There's nothing much for us here. Peace comes in the acceptance of this. Always break out with new lives, which quickly reveal themselves as fucked up as the old. Drink cascade like fires and polluted wind all around the wheel. It's not your own. Who is this animal body? What is this place? Why am I going through these stations of disgraced black flowers? They are growing to take us down. They are growing. They are meant to be disillusioned. This is the road of evolution. We're meant to watch our dreams fall away like the toys of a child. We're ideas they once encompassed the world, they now become useless, they now become trash. This is how we grow up, if growing up is what you want. We blossom into death like black flowers that bow before an alligator sun. Black flowers who crumble as children swim in the summer breeze. To no one, they are growing to take us down. They are growing to take us down. They are growing to take us down. Woo! There's nothing much for us here. Peace comes in the acceptance of this. Always break off into new lives. Where's quickly living this has as fucked up as the old dream cascade like fires and polluted wind. All around the world that's not your own. Who is this animal body? What is this place? And why am I going through these stations of disgraced black flowers? They are going to take us down. They are going to take us down. They are going to take us down.
Dude, that was so fast. I couldn't play
Why
it that
did we
fast.
play it that fast?
I fucked
can't
up
do
the
it. I
second
fucked
half of
everything
it.
up.
I was like, blip, blip,
It was
blip.
awesome.